Hey all, welcome back to another video. So today we'll be talking about model context protocol. So basically I'll cover all of the theory parts in this video and we'll go on to the coding parts in upcoming videos. Yeah. What are MCP, also known as Model Context Protocol? This is a tool that's created by Anthropic and well, it's very well open sourced on GitHub. You guys can go check it out. Or I'll be explaining everything in detail regarding the codes in the next video. So it's used to connect AI assistants or agents more effectively by linking them to systems and tools where the relevant data resides. This para might be a little bit wordy, so let's break down in the upcoming slides. So first of all, let's start off with problems faced by LLMs. So limited data access. AI models often lack access to real-time or domain-specific data because they are not inherently connected to external systems. So basically, what they're trying to say is when I want to know a time of this very specific region and I ask an LLM to give an answer, it potentially can't because it's already been pre-trained. It has been pre-trained with a specific data which is capped to a certain year, like maybe 2023 or 2024. So it cannot access real-time data or any data further on. Well, it is possible to integrate this, but it's more complex and time consuming because it's difficult to scale. So here then comes the model context protocol, which solves both of these major issues faced by LLMs. Yeah, now I'll explain the general architecture. I'll just give you an overview in this slide, and then on the later slides, I'll explain each of the term very specifically properly. So first, we have host with MCP client, which the host can be any LLM. So in our use case, let's take Claude that connects to a server through MCP protocol, and the server has access to local data sources and remote services. So yeah, I'll explain it further properly. So MCP host. These are programs or tools that use MCP to access data. So basically, you can consider your MCP host as your Claude Desktop app, and you given a prompt. So I'll explain with an example. So you have two servers. First one is file system, and another one is weather server. So in your file system server, your primary task is to create a folder. You're not going to create the LLM is going to create a folder for you. Well, it's not possible if you just use LLM because they'll be like, I don't have the access or I'm not capable enough of doing that. So we connect the Claude to our server, which is the file system. So we given a prompt. So the first prompt we're going to give in is like create a specific folder in the specific directory. So the that goes through the client. So you can call the client as a messenger that connects between the server and the host. So the very technical definition can be like, these maintain a direct connection with MCP servers to fetch or send data. Basically, they create a link between the host and the server. Now, coming to the MCP server, so you can have multiple of them. So, as I explained, a weather server and a file system server. So, it can be MCP server A can be the file system, MCP server B can be the weather server. So, in short, servers are lightweight program that expose specific capabilities through the MCP protocol. So, what they mean is these servers have access to a local data source, for example, your computer, your files on the computer, your folders on the computer, or anything that's present locally. And another one is remote service that is on the internet. For example, calling of the weather API is one of an example. And yeah, moving on, I've explained what local data source is and remote services. Yeah, coming to the workflow, I guess, this sums up the entire explanation I was giving. So host with MCP. This host includes an MCP client that facilitates communication with the MCP service. So coming back to the example of file system, I'll be providing a prompt to create this folder in this very specific directory. And this MCP protocol communication. The MCP client sends requests to different MCP servers using the standardized MCP protocol. As I mentioned, there can be various servers like file system, weather, GitHub. So it very specifically sends it to the file system server because that is what we want to do. And these MCP servers have access to local data source or remote servers, yes. And another important part of servers is they have something called tools. So each of these tools provide each of the function. Like one of them can be, create the specific file or read the contents of this file. They're like multiple tools. It's going to access the very specific directory that you want to create a file. Using the tool like, to create a folder, they do it on the specific directory and they respond back to the host that, okay, this process has been done. And yeah, it did work. I did give it a multiple attempts and yeah, it did work. And so the visual representation of this, I would put it on in an upcoming video. Maybe you can check on that and learn more. Yeah. So the next few videos is going to be like, there are already pre-existing servers. I'll explain how to integrate those pre-existing servers on your Claude Desktop app. And in the very next video, I'll be explaining how to create your own servers for your own use case scenario. So yeah, signing off, you are. Bye bye.